Okay, this video is one that a lot of people may not even realize they need, or don't realize they don't know what I'm about to show them. The video is about lazy boy chairs, which I'm sitting in, and if I don't do this video pretty quick, I might be asleep. But a lot of people see a lazy boy and they get in it and they think, oh, it's comfortable, but I want to lean back. And it's like, can't lean back. You know, it's like, okay, I got it. And they get back. Or it's just opposite. They sit down and they fall back because of the adjustments on the back. People don't realize that most lazy boys have an adjustment for that, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. Okay. The other problem with lazy boys is you'll let the front up, and then all of a sudden it'll pop back down and you didn't do anything. You think, oh, it's a piece of junk. No. Most of the time, it's the owner's fault that the chair does that. And what causes that, I'll show you the gear under it, the little teeth gear. But people lean forward and put their stress on the front of the chair, grabbing the handle to release it, and you get that big pop. Well, you've overstressed that little bitty piece of metal. There's a little metal gear that clicks up. And when you knock the edge off of that, it can't hold properly anymore, and that's why it releases on you sometimes. Because you're on that wore-off edge of that gear, so the chair falls forward. But it done that because the owner itself was always putting that strain on it. When they would go to let down the front, it's all right to pull up a little bit, but don't try to rock all your weight into it as you do it. And people do that. They will get out of the chair and they want to rock and release the handle, and that's what rounds the end of that gear off, that tooth. Just pull yourself up normal, let the front down, then let your weight forward. And the chair will last you and last you and last you. Okay, but let's get to those points. First point, and I point this out because a lot of people don't even realize the chairs are designed to do that stuff. First of all, to release. Pull these up, and you can pull the back off, which those are already pulled up. Now, you may have to get something to pull down in there. See the way it works? Little side piece tightens up in there. You may have to get something to claw that out of there. Try not to damage your chair, of course. To pull it up, and then when you want to tighten it, push it back down. If you don't push it back down, somebody will go to grab the chair and move it, the back will fall halfway off or something. Okay. So now you're in here. It rocks good, all that kind of stuff, but we're wanting those adjustments. Well, here's those adjustments. Right here. Whenever it leans back, that slides, and you got one on both sides. If you turn this half a turn in, you turn that one half a turn in. It gets tighter. You want to keep them even. Now, sometimes them will get out of whack. Somebody's fooled with one, didn't fool with the other, or just it got off somewhere. And you'll notice that one side wants to twist back a lot easier than the other one. In that case, you're going to have to tighten up the side that seems to fall back more until you level it out. Keep trying until you level it out. And if it's too stiff, you do just opposite. You back off of them. Just do it half a turn at a time and see what you get. Okay, the other problem when it comes to the gear, that's this thing right down in here. I'm going to flip it on over so you can see it. Right here. Now you'll notice when I let it out, this catches that. See them teeth? That's why it gets pulled off when you push it back in. See, it gets pulled off of there. Well, it rounds them teeth off. So as long as you don't put a bunch of stress on it as you're flipping up, you won't have a problem. If it stops working altogether, this thing right here might be bad. Anyway, check those two things on the chair before you ride them off. And it's an easy replaceable part. Go buy your lazy boy dealer, and if they don't fix it themselves, I'm sure you can get the part.